Do your choices have an impact on the climate? We decided to study how the daily lives of Americans can impact global warming because the US is a significant contributor to climate change, with the government continuously rolling back policies on controlling emissions. People on the individual level often feel helpless when it comes to making a positive impact on climate change, so we wanted to show how impactful collective effort would be. First, here's a plot showing the historical levels of CO2 in the atmosphere, where you can see that right now we are at an all-time high. Next, here's a graph showing the rise of global temperatures, which also has an upward trajectory. Both trends are largely caused by human influence. There are several paths that we can take based on our emissions and projections from climate scientists. Here are four of those paths illustrated.
In this choose your own adventure style interaction, you'll make realistic everyday decisions and see how those choices add up over time. At the end, you'll discover which climate protection your lifestyle trends towards. Our interaction models the choices of 10 million Americans, enough people to meaningfully influence US climate policy. By making realistic decisions, viewers can explore how collective individual actions could shape climate outcomes and impact future quality of life. This was one of our most challenging features to implement because we only had four sets of projections to work with, and we wanted to show more flexibility within that. In this part, you could take the climate projection you receive above and see how your choices will impact rising sea levels in different coastal cities across the U.S. In addition, you can check the box to include ice melt and land incidents in the calculations to provide a more realistic view of rising sea levels. It is most surprising that even in the best case scenario, there are a lot of cities that face critical risk by 2100.
Even though our choices impact the climate, the future of coastal cities is shaped by more than individual choices. At the projected levels of warming, many coastal cities are expected to face substantially greater sea level rise and move into higher critical flood risk by the end of the century. Individual action is important, but avoiding the most severe outcomes also requires broader change across energy systems, industry, and policy.